Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and welcome back to FM23 Newton Heath, episode 23. And we are on the road in the FA Trophy third round match, which is sort of the second round that you participate in. I've already bypassed one of the rounds. Banbury is one of the better sides in our division, so it won't be an easy win, with myself managing the side. We'll see what we can do today. Fairly standard lineup picked for this one, with one kind of key exception that Killip, who had an injury, is nearly back from that one. Failed his fitness test, but he is actually on the bench as our backup keeper because all the U18 keepers were in a match today, which, by the way, they are third in the U18s league right now. But otherwise, it's standard formation. With pretty much the 10 outfield players being the guys. That long ball over the top is going to get in there. Pike, terrible giveaway there. And then the clearance is totally whiffed at. That became a dangerous situation pretty dang quickly. Outside of that moment, we were in control of the first 20 minutes. Here's Lund. He's going to take that one himself and forward. Oh, his tap-in was blocked by the defender. Rises up to volley that in and low, and the defender gets a foot to it, and then that deflection becomes an easy grab for the keeper. Pike on a yellow. Lund, that one's blocked. We're taking a lot of those. And we don't even get a corner kick out of that. Wow. Terrible call there. The thing, that's a yellow and a penalty. Oh, it's a straight red! And it's going to be a penalty. A foot inside the box. Come on, Wilson. That should be a yellow, though. I mean, come on. He's trying to make the tackle before he goes in the box. He misses that by a foot and just does the professional foul on the guy. He was motivated. That's not a cool call. You don't see that too often given in that manner. Now, it's an elimination game, so there is no hanging on sort of thing. We're going to need Neil to be a bit more defensive now. But for now, we're going to stay, maybe we go balanced. Try to keep behind the ball a little bit better, but passing has not been great. They've already got a guy on a yellow card. He was behind us before that ball was ever played, so not sure how that flag never got raised. And that goes close. Referees seem to have it out for us today. Definitely was a foul. I mean, he did not win the ball, but the straight sending off was not a penalty, though. So we did get that whole 1 foot outside the box as we give it away cheaply. Jeez. What is going on with our team right now? I thought we still dominated the half. Despite playing like absolute garbage. Both fullbacks now on yellow cards. That's getting worrying. Lund clears that one away after it takes a hop. Clayton makes a save on that. 6 minutes gone by. Now, I agreed, but Banbury, even though we're the ones on the road here, Banbury did not agree to penalties to decide. In FA Trophy, you get that decision. So if this finishes in a tie, it would result in a replay. I think their thought process may have been we want the cash, as 0 defenders back with Fishwick. Who leaves an attacker alone with no one for 40 yards around? That, nothing more I can say about this game. The AI is just ripping me a new one here. Ola should have equalized there. Ola hangs on to it too long. I think he was waiting for a good passing option. Didn't have one. Ford was well marked. Another corner. Played an hour. Very much did not look like the team we've seen in recent matches. Really disappointing play, especially on top. Ford has not been able to do anything to beat these guys. Another really poor turnover. Hammond intercepts well, though. Nice one. Here's Ford and his chance. And the equalizer. We got it. We got it. I'm going to get Pike out of there. Take away at least one yellow card risk. This ref, I mean, there's yellows all over the pitch. And not too many hard fouls besides, you know, the one that straight red Wilson got sent off on, which was definitely a yellow. Apalabai. Ford. Nice little link-up play there. Gets a corner out of that. Support was a bit too far away. Now that we are level, I might want to go back to balanced. May want to stall out with just 10 men. We're still somewhat in control. Lund! He's got options! Hangs on to it too long. Laid off for Hughes. And he blasts it. You know, it's still mostly us here. What kind of subs? I don't have a sub for you. Lapalabai, we could sub. Lund has not done much today. Let's bring on Walker and we can swap. Little. Oh, Tennessee hangs on to it too long, but that's it. Final whistle. So, finishes in a draw, despite playing most of the game with just 10 men. A lot of yellow cards out there. They had 3, but 20 fouls and 5 cards. It's a little harsh. It was a little harsh. They had 16 fouls and only had 3 cards. The replay is 3 to 4 days later. And, of course, at home now. And here is Killip, who was cleared to play today. So we're going to get him back in the lineup. 3 changes to the defense, though, with suspensions. Of course, Wilson Ford! Beats the keeper. Has the keeper beat. Has a tap in. Doesn't put enough power on it. The defense recovers and gets a foot in front of it. Blocks it. Wow. All right. Not the start we wanted on... Well, it's the start we wanted, but not the result. So Hughes is in. Tanamoa is in. That's yellow card accumulation, and then Pierre in the starting lineup for... Wilson, who is suspended for tonight's match. Wilson then, meanwhile, got the Team of the Week honors in the league. So he had a mix of good and bad results on the week. Ford totally held by his man, but no call. And Hammond's on a yellow, and Neal's on a yellow. Both defensive mids have picked up yellows in the first 15 minutes on this one. Do we have the same ref or something? Still headhunting for us as Ford retreats and wins that header, but can't direct it the direction he wants. Gets a little too far underneath it, and it pops up and over the crossbar. They seem to be double marking Ford on top for the most part. Nice Lapalabai. Lays it off for Hughes and sets that up for Ford, but a little too far out front. Coleman able to get there. What was Tunnicliffe thinking there? Ford beats his man. What a ball for Ford. And Ford, nice finish. It's 1-0. And deserved with how we've played so far. Neal just plays that ball over the top. Ford just outruns his man. Five shots to 3, but triple the XG compared to them. 2/3 of the possession as well as ours. And it's halftime. We're going to drop to a positive with the lead for the second half, which is our normal anyway, so it's what they're more comfortable with. Second half underway. Hughes with a 6.5. Struggling a little bit, but nobody's having a terrible time. But those 2 yellow cards are definitely concerning. We do have Whitehall waiting on the bench, but both of those guys have good ratings. Those yellows came quite early, so if they pick up additional fouls, they are in danger of also being sent off. Neal didn't have the easiest angle. He would have had to go near post, but still should have put that on target. Apollo by. Wow, beating the D. Beats 1, 2, 3, 4 guys, and then sets up Ford. Ford needs to do better. Neal, nice recovery there. Tanamawo. Tunnicliffe. Hughes. Now on the right-hand side as we switch the play. There's the cross. Ola lays it off for Neal. Again, Neal struggling to get things on target. He's had a couple open space chances. That's an hour played. Neal with that poor finishing. Let's see. Ben Tozer is the backup option behind him. Let's go ahead and bring Tozer on. The captain, the long throw man. 11-5 on the shots, 12-5 on the shots. And Matty Lund is hurt. Just what we needed. Potential foot injury. Those at least generally don't take you out for too long. Ollie Tanner, the obvious replacement here. We're going to go balanced. And we're going to do a little bit of time wasting, but not bad. And go ahead and play for those set pieces to help slow things down. As Ford, offside anyway, but he hits the inside of the post and it comes out. Mostly because of the angle. Tanner, nice turn there. Hughes, good help. Ola, good header. Better save. Uh-oh. Oof. Tunnicliffe. Good help there. Apollo by. Using the space he's given. Lays it off for Hughes. Back to Apollo by as he cuts, inverts, and blasts it into the seats. Finishing, if it was better. 2 shots on target. Folks, we've had 2 shots on target. We're in stoppage time. Let's go ahead and use that last sub. Bring off Ham and... how about bring off Tanamoa for Dickinson? Pierre wins that header. Hammond clears it to Ford. Apollo, great retreat there to get to that ball. Great through ball for Ola, and he seals it. There you go. There's your winner. Well, we already had our winner, but done deal. 2-1. That really started with Lapalo by. Fantastic effort to use the space, and Ola fakes near post, goes far post. Nothing keeper can do there, and yes, we do want to proceed with our change. And this should just about do it. Tanner taking the last of the seconds. Already a minute past, but of course we scored in stoppage, so we're going to add on a little more for that. And there's the final whistle. Good outcome this time. A little worried about Lund, though, and what might be his situation. Lund is going to be out for a month. Good thing we do have some backups. We do have some depth at that position, but some of that is gone with Cashman also injured. But he'll be back in a week or two. Thanks to the replay and not very good rebalancing of the schedule, and that was Boxing Day anyway. But we are in for 4 matches in 9 days, with the replay being the first of those. So we've got Oxford City just 2 days after that Banbury match, and then we have Wednesday match, and then the next Saturday as well. So Thursday, Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday. Tight schedule. Plus we're coming off a series of tight matches, but we did have a waterlogged pitch one, a game postponed, so we had 10 days in between. So we had Tuesday, Saturday, and then Thursday, Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, all coming up here back to back to back, and continuing right on through January into February until we finally have a 1 week in between. So two matches per week for a month and a half straight, with a 5-week January as well. You can expect to see more injuries coming. Things are going to get interesting. And meanwhile, in the league, Walker has not scored in a while. Part of that could be lack of appearances. But Wilson and Ford now have the 2 best ratings in the league. Tanner has 7 assists, so he's been doing really well and getting selected a lot by the assistant manager. Killip has not scored any shutouts in a while, but again, he just came back from injury, so he hadn't played in a while. And Shaq Ford now with 4 player of the matches. We lead the league. We've played 20. Kidderminster, 3 points behind us, have also played 20. But Oxford City, our next opponent, Blythe, have all played 22. We just beat Blythe in the league like a week ago. Buxton has 21. Spennymoor has 22. Scarborough Athletic have 21. So outside of the team directly behind us, we have 1 to 2 games in hand on all the way down to 10th place to Banbury. Back-to-back home wins, 3-1 against Oxford and Kidderminster, as in the 2 teams that were just behind us. We're first in the league. They were second and third. We even had a missed penalty from Shaq Ford that could have made it 4-1 in that game. Tyler Walker played here and getting 2 goals. Played here getting 1 goal. So we had 3 goals in those. He's doing a lot better than Shaq Ford, apparently. But with wins over the top 2 contending teams, the gap has gotten a bit bigger. And we still have games in hand on most of those teams around us, sitting on 52 points after 22 matches played. We are 1 match away from the halfway point of the season. This should be the halfway point, but our waterlogged game leaves us 1 shy of where we should be. And I actually think it was Kidderminster who we were supposed to play for that one. Plus 8 points. Huge goal differential advantage. We're more than 10 on the next teams. We're 15 points above St. Albans. Things are looking ridiculously good, especially when we didn't have the best of starts. But we had holes. We've filled those holes, and we are really starting to emerge as a very, very strong contender in the league. But you would think that based on the salary, what we're paying the players, it's working out. It's working out in our favor. Now, as the season goes on, if we can start to pull a gap, then you take that goalkeeper, the cup keeper approach that we were talking about a couple episodes ago, and you begin to apply that in the late season. You can sacrifice potential points by playing the young guy, and we could take over some more matches and start to see if we can't build, which fortunately, making an FA Cup run, making an FA Trophy run, having a replay match, right? We're getting to be at the helm a bit more often, and it's going to help. Has it helped yet? Not really. uh, Ratings appear to be right about the same as what they were. But that's, 6 matches more than what we had previously. The coaching badges are going to make a bigger difference than managing the team on a regular basis. But, you give it a few more matches and we should see at least something tick up a level. We've been denied a couple times already, but with everything going so well right now, let's try increased junior coaching budget. We're actually up to 25 million now in the bank, so this is a good time to ask questions. Once again, they're saying it's good enough for a club our size, and our size, they're not looking at our level. That has got to be our reputation, which our reputation's 300 something now, yes, but around us, everybody's got 1,800 to 2,300. We have 300. We're a good 1,500 below where we need to be comparative to the level. And I think winning the league would be a huge boost. I don't know exactly how much, maybe 300, 400, 500, just like that. And see us, get to a 700. And then, we climb up to a level where suddenly everybody's got a 2,000 to 2,500 reputation, a couple hundred higher than what we had for the tier. But if we're, up to 600 at that point, starting at that level, we started this level at 1. The level increases a 200 rep, and we had picked up 600 over the course of that. So, 400 closer baseline, but catching up is something that's going to take a really long time, and this is going to make youth recruitment really hard. They are willing to talk about it. Let's talk about it and see. That's all we've got. That's our only option. We'll try to convince. We're not going to push too hard on this one, but keep up compared to rivals. Oh, there you go. Okay. When it was just about us, they were like, gosh, compared to our reputation, here we are. But look at our rivals. Oh my goodness, we're miles behind our rivals. We can't allow that. Awesome. We convinced the board. We successfully argued with the board. That's one of the first times that's ever happened. You don't see that too often. When they say no, they mean no. Wow. Look at the jump though. Okay, this is not a one-level jump. We're going from fairly basic academy coaching to average academy coaching. That's got to be like level 10 or something. All because we made it about the rivals. Okay. Wow. Big jump. By the way, keeping an eye on things, our estimated value is now 70 million. It is growing. Elliot Andrew is really messing with the club. He is demanding playing time, but he's 7th on the depth chart at his position. And yes, he's had 83 appearances and scored 20 goals, but it's time to just let him go. He's still one of those non-contract guys, so easy enough. And apparently talking to the board has got me on their minds now. They very happy with how I've been doing, and therefore they decided it's time to extend my contract, which, by the way, I signed my contract like the day before we went professional, which meant I was still on a non-contract. So they want to keep not paying me, and I can't even select anything. And bonuses based on that are all at 0 also. So we have salary raises and drops, but they're non-existent. But at least we have one more year offered up. I don't mind making nothing. You don't use salary for anything in this game. 2 more matches played, both on the road. Not against very good teams, but one of them was actually a goalless draw. We comfortably win the other one, and we still have an 8-point lead in the league. We still have game in hand against most of them, though I think our makeup game just might have happened. So we seem to be back on track with most of the teams around us. So into January, we're down to just 4 players in the first team that are not on contract. So that's a big turnaround from where we were, where, we just turned professional at the turn of the year. So in half a year, we've managed to rebuild this squad. And really, there was only, a handful of guys that we signed up that were already with us, like Charlie Wilson, who is still our best player and is turning out more and more to be, an incredible grab for us. Next up for us in the FA Cup is 12th place championship side Middlesbrough. We might have squeaked one out against a League One side. I don't think we're going to be able to replicate that. Remember, yes, it was a League One side, but they were almost dead last with low form, didn't take us seriously, even not taking us seriously. I think a championship side, mid-table, media predictions, 6th place, with 4.5-star training facilities, 4-star youth facilities, etc., etc. They're way too good. I mean, they're a step and a half above Oldham, and we are 3 steps below Oldham. But the reality is, we're first. They were pretty much last. There's 2 steps between us. More realistically, this is an extra step and a half beyond that. We barely handled them, and I don't think we could replicate that too many times. So FA Cup's probably going to come to an end, but like I said, if we are comfortable in the league, for one thing, we still have the FA Trophy to focus on for a while yet. But if we get knocked out here, we still have that FA Trophy, and then if we can maintain a healthy lead in the league, we'll start controlling a few more games and help build the manager up besides just the off-season go get your coaching badge. That is going to do it for this episode, though. I'm a Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.